Hello, I'm Dr. Kelly MacCath-Moran. I'm a folklore scholar, author, and musician, and I'm presently writing a book for storytellers of all kinds titled The Storyteller's Guide to Folklore, which will help you bring the principles of folkloristics to the storytelling craft. This is the fifth in a six-part series on the folklore of spellcraft, charms and curses, and the ways you can use what folklorists know about charms and curses to make your stories culturally and magically richer. In the last episode, I talked to you about the relationship between cursing and oppression, specifically that people who feel slighted, people who are oppressed, and people who feel wronged tend to have richer cursing cultures or tend to curse more often in folk narrative and folk belief. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about different kinds of curses, and I'm going to do that by reading over here. This is from What is a Curse, which is my folklore and fiction dispatch. And this is from Natalie Underberg, who identifies and discusses several curse motifs in folklore and literature, including curses that result in the creation of outcasts like Cain or the Ancient Mariner, or Sweeney, the pagan king of the ancient Pictish kingdom of Dalriada. So this is a cursing of an individual. It has a specific kind of impact. That person is then an accursed person. We also have cursing competitions that require feats of verbal dexterity, like the ancient Germanic flyting. And this is more a poetic competition than it is an actual curse. Negative statements are cast back and forth, insults are cast back and forth, but the goal is to be the more eloquent one. So this is not cursing in the sense of I'm going to make you an accursed person. This is I'm going to be a poet and say things that are witty and cutting. Maledictions delivered by holy men or women like Saint Ronan, who cursed Sweeney with madness. And this is very like the first thing we talked about, that sort of cursing in the case of the Ancient Mariner, where an outcast is created. Ritualized curses delivered by poets in ancient Ireland. Now this has to do with the bardic tradition and has a lot to do with satire. So bards would satirize a king who was performing poorly or satirize another person, and these satires were believed to be uniquely powerful. Or maledictions grouped into those intended to cause physical harm, bad luck, misfortune, and so on. So there are several different kinds of cursing for the writer to work with as well, in addition to just understanding that there's a power differential between the curser and the accursed. Would you like to know more? You can follow me at folkloreandfiction.com for more videos like these, and I'll be back next week to conclude the series.